Since the beginning of the war in Ukraine, Central Asia is often referred to as the new investment hub of the largest continent. European companies in particular are keen to acquire natural resources and do business bypassing Russia. How much investment is really coming into Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Turkmenistan, and from where? Welcome to East-West Connect. We're highlighting business and economic developments in Kazakhstan and the wider Central Asian region, connecting with Europe and beyond. According to the United Nations, Kazakhstan attracted 15.7 billion in new projects in 2024, securing its position as the leading destination for investments in the North and Central Asia region. The country saw 88% increase in investment compared to 2023, and it now accounts for 63% of all investments in the region. Here are the figures for some other Central Asian states. Uzbekistan managed to secure $4 billion, whilst Kyrgyzstan half that amount at 2.1 billion. And Turkmenistan managed to attract $339 million. Three-quarters of all the investment in Kazakhstan is in oil, gas, and mineral extraction. Recently, oil giant Chevron announced a new $43 billion investment in further development of the Tengiz oil field. But the government is trying to diversify and encourage investors to put money into non-extractive business. Joining us now is Mr. Nurlan Jakupov, chairman of Samruk Kazina, the sovereign wealth fund that serves as a key partner in major FDI projects across Kazakhstan. Mr. Jakupov, welcome and thank you for your time today.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
Samruk Kazina is widely seen as Kazakhstan's key investment facilitator. What, in your view, makes the country such an attractive investment destination? In other words, why should foreign investors choose to partner with you?
Samruk Kazina is a sovereign wealth fund with assets under management which amount to $80 billion. We manage oil and gas, metals and mining, a railway company, electricity grid operating company, electricity generating company, and we view ourselves as a catalyst of foreign direct investment. Our modus operandi is to create a JV with a strategic foreign partner where we would take a minority stake and let the strategic investor to run the operations. We would commit our capital into the equity and provide full support required for our JV or for our project. And where needed, we provide a long-term offtake agreements. A good example of such cooperation is that a global conglomerate which produces electric locomotives, a company called Alstom, a European conglomerate, more than 15 years ago decided to open a factory here in Kazakhstan, in Astana, and it has been a success since then. Our 100% subsidiary, Kazakh Railways, have provided us a firm offtake to Alstom, and as of today, this factory exports its electric locomotives to nearby countries such as Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Mongolia.
By the way, we recently visited the Alstom facility in Astana. Let's have a look. Kazakhstan's logistics network is growing. According to the Ministry of Transportation, auto freight to Europe is up by 8.5% since 2023, with railway transit volumes reaching 28 million tons. Some investors have already seized the opportunity, such as the 170 million euro project between Alstom and the Kazakh wealth fund Samruk Kazina, which involves modernizing railway signaling and producing low-carbon locomotives for Kazakhstan and beyond. The company credits Samruk Kazina's strategy as crucial to establishing their business in Kazakhstan.
In fact, they provide two key things. The first one is that they provide a framework which is stable and clear for a long period of time. And within this framework, it enables us to localize activity instead of going to the market because we don't have visibility of where we're going. The offtake contract of Samruk gives you a view over a certain number of years of where you're going and what you can do and cannot do in a given country.
Kazakhstan is the only country where Alstom produces full-cycle electric locomotives. With over 450 units made, Alstom plans to introduce six-wheeled locomotives by 2029 to improve container transport between ports.
We are an investor, so we like stability, and these offtake agreements are providing just this stability over a long period of time for importing and starting to deliver product from Kazakhstan in Kazakhstan.
Samruk-Kazyna and Alstom are now expanding their railway partnership, preparing to export wide-gauge locomotives widely used across the CIS market. Your own analysis suggests that government involvement in the economy can hinder investment. Yet, as a state-owned fund, Samruk-Kazyna is key to facilitating investment projects in Kazakhstan. How do you reconcile that?
All the big names which we bring into the country, all the strategic investors which we bring into the country and with whom we do the JVs and with whom we produce products of the added value, we rely on local contact. We rely on local small and medium-sized enterprises. Therefore, it's a win-win for both, for Samruk-Kazyna, for foreign strategic partner, and for the country in general, for our SME.
Well, Mr. Zhukupov, thank you so much for carving out the time out of your busy schedule.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
So where do investments into Kazakhstan come from? By far, the largest investment comes from the European Union, 43%, followed by Russia with 22%, then South Korea and China with 7% and 6%. Here is how the chief economist at the European Bank of Reconstruction and Development, Beata Javorchik, commented on this topic.
Kazakhstan has enjoyed an increase in FDI flows, particularly in greenfield projects. What's interesting about these flows is that they have come from a range of countries, both from Western countries as well as from countries pursuing multi-vector geopolitical policies. Investment has benefited not only the extractive sector, but also Kazakhstan registered inflows into food and beverages, in business services, in financial sector, and in transport. And that's going to be helpful in terms of promoting diversification of the economy and structural transformation.
What are your projections about Kazakhstan's economy in the near future?
Last year, Kazakhstan experienced a robust growth driven by non-oil sector. Unemployment was at a historical low. Public investment was also helping stimulate growth. This year, we expect to be even better with growth above 5%. Oil sector is going to be helpful. Next year, there will be a modest slowdown, but still the economy growing at a good clip.
Mind you, on this episode of East-West Connect, we're focused solely on non-oil and gas investments. Join us in the next episode as we dive into the significance of Central Asian fossil fuels for Europe and the world.